My dear brothers and sisters, welcome to World Gospel Broadcasting Network. I am Abanda Edwin. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. Today, I'll be talking about the problem of the churches of Christ in the Northwest region. My dear brothers and sisters, we have to know that the church has undergone serious problems in this country. Reason why since 1971 till now, we cannot even compare with those that started in 2000 or 2001. This evil has been so prevalent in the church for long that they thought that people will now do evil and go scotch-free. Before God will take over and do his own justice, he has given us right to rebuke, to correct with all long suffering. We have the responsibility not to fold our arms and see the entire church folded up by the devil in human greed to destroy the foundation that Christ has laid, which is the truth that will save our people. When the Apostle Paul was talking to the Romans, in Romans chapter 16, verse 17, that now I urge you, brethren, to mark those who cause division and offenses contrary to the teachings you have learned, and are turning away from them. For they are such who serve not our Lord Christ, but their belly, and by appealing word and flattering speech, they deceive the heart of the innocent. He was not speaking here to unbelievers. He was talking to the brethren with the understanding that at some point some would drift from the values of true Christianity. What is the problem with the Northwest region? The Northwest region is filled with people who lack vision. I have said time without number on this platform that not everybody will have the same opportunity. Unfortunately, opportunity fell into the hands of wrong people who think that they can think only about themselves and for themselves and about themselves. The Northwest region is one of the regions in this country that will have been progressive when it comes to the penetration of the gospel. But we have a group of people who have never thought of the growth of the church, but the growth of themselves, the growth of their stomachs, the growth of their friendship. People who have traveled abroad to America. People who have traveled, they have gone places. And unfortunately, their coming home has brought misery to the church, has brought calamity to the church, backwardness to the church. But they change their cars, they construct their houses in their villages, they buy their lands, and they have properties for themselves. Why do they go and tell these people abroad? They lie. They say things that are not correct just because they want to. Even if it is poverty, even if are people no longer having the fear of God, having the consciousness that they will be judged. You condemn denominations when you live a contrary life to the truth. The Model Church of Christ, for instance, suffered harm when they were constructing their building because a brother sent sheets of zinc to a certain so-called minister. The individual took the zinc, sold them, and put the money in his pocket with the aim that it will go under the carpet without anybody knowing. This same individual goes to that church and preach at the time when the building was an eyesore, collapsing gradually because of the heavy downpour or the heavy rains that were pouring down at the time. He himself was exclaiming with the people as though he's sympathetic with the situation. Little did the church know that he himself is part of the problem why the church is collapsing, why the building is going down. One day, unfortunately, this brother happened to visit the church and come and ask, what is happening here that the building is collapsing? I have sent money. Has he not given you people the zinc that I sent? Go and see them. They say they are teaching in Bible school. Go and see them. When they climb on the pulpit, and you tell me that this generation is a good generation. Some people have invoked the anger of God that God should kill them so that they can sanitize the church. I think that's the wish. That God is saying, eliminate me, because the reason why preachers are existing is to preach. The day you stop preaching, the day you stop living the life of Jesus Christ, that day you are not useful again. If truly you are called, because I know that so many have not been called. They have called themselves. And they are pretending within the corridors of the church. The problem of Northwest, tell me any Bible school in the Northwest region that has constructed infrastructure to mean that it is something that is sustainable. It is even fortunate that where this Bible school, some of them are, the church itself, where they are renting as well. So they go abroad and talk about what? They go abroad and talk about what? What are they talking about? Huh? Look at the church. People take huge sums of money. You don't know where it goes to. You go to them and talk about a hand of fellowship. Let's cooperate for the kingdom. They give you stories. They tell you things. You don't see anything happening for so many years today. I've asked myself questions and I'm unable to have genuine answers to these questions. Is it because so many of those who are well-to-do with this connection linking to the Northwest region are not indigents of Northwest? Could it be the reason why they are behaving the way they are behaving? Because if you go, some of them are constructed their houses in their village. Some of them are hoping that one day they will fly back to their country. So if they put that infrastructure, because since they are talking about themselves, they are not caring about the work of God, the growth of the church. They are preaching Christ not with that understanding that they need to save souls and that we are living in a temporal world. One day will live and go. They are living but for themselves. So could it be that they are using the people of Northwest region for themselves to gain things for themselves, not because they want that the church should grow? Could it be the issue? Because I cannot explain how schools have been existing here for years. No infrastructure. Students are graduating and complaining. They tell them stories that they don't fulfill. Some of them are loitering out there. They have nothing doing. Their lives are worse than they were before. That's why I've said that their schools, I will never recommend for somebody to go there. Because you are going to look for your doom. These are carnal people. They are just there. Even none of the salary they are receiving from abroad, those things, the money, they are just there for the money. You see carnality, you see evil, you see demonstration of demonism, witchcraft, all kinds of evil going on. And they will come and desecrate pulpit in organization. That's why I say this cabal. That's why, when we go for lectureships, you see only them existing. They want this evil to continue, this demonism to continue in the church of Jesus Christ in this country. God forbid that it continues. And you want to talk to us? You want to preach to who? When you have never lived a life of a child of God. Tell me any of them that has constructed. That's why I said that there is a systematic problem, a character problem, a character deficit, moral crisis. Anything that has to be sustainable for the church, that one does not exist. So why are we not having this infrastructure? People, they are brains, that they are having a cancerous brain in the sense that they don't think positively for the church. Maybe these foreigners are a problem. Maybe. Because if you put an infrastructure, that infrastructure will be there. The day that you yourself, you are not there, the infrastructure will still be there to serve God's people. They don't buy land for the church, they buy land for themselves. They don't build a house for the church, they build a house for themselves. They claim there is no money. You see them waxing with huge sums of money, traveling abroad, claiming they are going for missions so that the church can grow, so that the church can expand, so that the Bible school can grow, so that this can happen. You virtually see nothing happening. Students are weeping and crying. The church is collapsing down, but you see them going up. The church is financially down. You see them financially going up. The church is with no infrastructure. They have good houses that they stay in. And they have decided to go back on renting and renting and renting. Why all this renting when we have the means to construct? Why? Because they themselves are having a carnal mind. They know that one day we'll leave the country or one day we'll die. So let me do only what is within me. Let me be doing things that are just to benefit by myself. The day I die, the school dies, the church dies. The day I leave, the school leaves. I also, the church leaves with me. That is the brain that we have. That's why nothing is sustainable in the Northwest. Everything here, it is greediness, self-centeredness. That's what we see. I have made efforts. Right? I even wrote letters to people. Struggled that, oh, can we do evangelism? Can you support us with this? Nobody is giving anything. They only claim and tell you how this, give complaints here and there. This is so shameful. The problem not what is greed. Or maybe it's because of these foreigners that they have an opportunity and they are not thinking that they should put something that is sustainable. I don't know. But one thing I must say is that I see light at the tunnel. Brethren, nobody should be discouraged. The church is going to be the church that all of us would admire and love. We are going through a transition. Sponsors should not be discouraged. Christians should not be discouraged. Stand firm. The church will truly become the church of Jesus Christ. Evil can stay for long, not forever. Things are going just to change. If those people don't want to change, God will change them for us. Leave it to God. God is watching. He has sent me on this mission to rebuke and correct for those who have their brain to change. They should not do it. The time will come when people will be snatching their teeth. Northwest region today would have been very great. Go to the town there in Bamenda. Go to other places. We have people with heavy cars. They are not working in any factory. They are not having any industry. They are not even having farm. Their farm is those abroad. But all what they keep asking is for themselves. Self is the womb of all sin. And they want this system to continue. And I don't expect any of those people to say anything because they are the same people with the same mindset, the same character. And you yourself, you are growing and the church is dying. And you think that God will be happy with you. Some of you are bell on sand. Those houses that you have stolen church money to build, they will collapse on you and your family, your children. Those cars will have accident with you. You will die. So that you will know that greed is not good. Because you are enjoying. Let the church that Jesus died on the cross, you are joking. He died for you to be joking. And you are condemning denomination when you are worse because you are in the truth. You can't practice any single truth. People should be ashamed of themselves. Enough of this rubbish that will be going out and talking to people. When they come in, they are seeing terrible things. Let me leave it here today, my dear brothers. God bless all of you. Stay strong, stay firm. God bless you.